Good evening to all of you. Mr. Esru Samar Singha, Chairman of the Association of Small and Medium Exporters of Tea, and Mr. Niraj Nimel, Chairman of Tea Board, Mr. Sanjay Herath, Chairman of CTTA, other members of the head table, and ladies and gentlemen. So let me at the outset thank the President and the Organizing Committee of the Association having invited me to come here today to share your happiness during the time of your annual general meeting, which is held for the 17th time. So your organization, specifically covering the subject of tea, you're one of the juvenile organizations in the industry. Considering the CTTA, Mr. Sanjay Herath's organization, in which you are also part of it, it's 130 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So Planters Association, I had the privilege of attending to the AGM recently. It's 168 years old. So Tea Factory Owners Association about 28 years old. And also the Tea Exporters Association about 30 years old. So yours is the youngest organization. But I'm pleasantly surprised to understand you contributed more than 20% of the export value, the volume-wise exports to the Sri Lankan economy, which is something very important for the Sri Lankan economy historically. And also currently you are playing a very significant role, the tea exporters, starting from the growers, factory owners, and also the brokers, and all the stakeholders are playing a pivotal role. Your contributions have gone up to 1.3 billion US dollars last year during difficult times. So the country encountered so many issues, not only the global pandemic, but also locally your industry encountered many difficulties. So you have overcome all of them, almost all of them very successfully. You're coming back to normalcy. So I thank on behalf of the Ministry of Plantation for your contribution to enhance and uplift the Ceylon tea image worldwide, and also more importantly, protecting the livelihood of more than 2 million people of this country who are directly and indirectly linked to the tea industry. I need to thank you, Mr. Samar Singha. During your address, you wrote in two major issues. I was sitting next to Mr. Sanjay Herath. He said, "Don't worry, Minister, I will take care of both issues without putting a lot of trouble onto your head." So thank you very much. I will reassure you on behalf of the ministry. I'll get the tea board to mediate. If there anything unreasonable, unfair happens, we'll ensure that we will try and justify all whatever that is possible from our side. So the two major issues, we will take care of that. I thank you for not bringing in the issue about fertilizer fiasco, as I faced many difficulties during last couple of weeks' time at the Planters Association, at the Tea Factory Owners Association, and Tea Exporters Association, and also having participated in the annual general meeting of the Tea Traders Association. Yeah, that was a real concern. But things are coming back to normalcy gradually. So a lot of people have started importing fertilizer to Sri Lanka. Even the private sector people, apart from the major importers of fertilizer, others have also imported to Sri Lanka. So one thing is it's freely available now. The second thing is the prices of urea and other chemical fertilizers gradually coming down in the world market, something that will help to prevail sanity amongst the tea growers in this country. And from the ministries, we suggested the tea board to provide some assistance for the tea factory owners to purchase fertilizer. I think now tea board has provided more than 2 billion rupees to the tea factory owners to purchase fertilizer and to distribute fertilizer amongst the tea smallholders. So during next year, perhaps, if the climatic conditions prevail well, if we experience rain with the available the fertilizer, we should be able to come back to our average level of 300 million kilos during next year. But this year, as per the estimates of the tea board, we might go down to about 260 million kilos this year, as against 299 last year. So Sri Lanka had recorded highest. I know this is a concern for all of you. Prices have gone down, which is partly attributed to the low production. Partly the prices have gone up because less production. There's competition amongst the exporters. One good thing about that is that higher prices have trickled down to the growers. So the growers are very happy because their prices have gone up significantly. Say for an instance, in Gold District, I could very well remember during latter part of 2019, kilo green leaf was sold at 80 rupee per kg. Now it has gone up to 290 rupees, which is 360% increase, much more than the rupee depreciation. So that benefit has gone to the growers. But we need to ensure that we grow more
in Sri Lanka. Hopefully, that average value would return next year. But Anil is also here. So you are working along the tea roadmap. But I am little worried that we might not be able to meet certain targets in the roadmap of ours. So the quantities were going down gradually from 2013. We have recorded highest level of tea production in this country in 2013 with 340 million kilos. They have gone down due to many different reasons. Fertilizer is one, that's a solitary reason for the reduction. Our soil quality has gone down a lot, and our basic planting material is of low quality, and also some of the lands are abundant now. That's why contributions from the regional plantation companies have gone down to about 23%. There is no proper replanting and new planting. So to address some of those grievances with the help of the tea board and also with the help of the CTTA, we initiated certain mechanisms. One thing is to have, to establish 1,000 nursery programs. So we started that one. Most of these nursery programs are doing well. So there's good quality planting material available. Unfortunately, people didn't have that desire to go ahead and plant new during 2021 because of this fertilizer issue. But now, with the higher prices, people have come back to the fields. They have started growing more. More importantly, with the help of the tea board and also with the help of the TSHDA, Tea Smallholders Authority, we try to educate growers about improving their productivity. Sri Lanka records one of the lowest tea productivity in the region, in the world for that matter. We get about 350 kilos per month per acre, which is one of the lowest in tea producing countries, whereas Kenya gets about 450, and also India is of about 400 kilos per acre. So our productivity is much lesser. So we need to provide necessary knowledge. We have to impart that knowledge amongst the tea growers to ensure that we produce more. And also to facilitate new cultivations, we have introduced direct planting mechanisms rather than waiting for the subsidy for 2.5 years to 3 years, which takes a long time. So our replanting as at now lies at a level of about 1%, whereas we need about at least 3% replanting. So replanting is also at a very low level. So let us address those mechanisms, the grievances together. Unless we do that together, we are fully committed to provide whatever the assistance that you require to do that. Historically, all successive governments of this country have contributed significantly for the agricultural sector development. Fertilizer subsidy was one, and subsidy for the new plantation and replantation. We have spent a significant sum of money, at least 3 to 4 billion annually, with the little money we had in this country. So with that, the agricultural sector and plantation sector has come to a decent level. That's why your contributions have gone up to a 3.8 billion over a period of time. It's not a major sum of money considering some other countries in the world, but our export figures retain at $13 billion per annum. Out of that, you provide nearly 4 billion rupees from the Sri Lankan plantation sector, which is something significant for us. Apart from your contribution, we're getting about nearly $6 billion annually from the garment sector, but net inflow is about 3.5 billion because we are spending about nearly $2.5 billion for the imports for the garment sector. So the plantation sector still leads the way. So we are duty bound to ensure that whatever the assistance that you may require from the growers side and so the factory side and also from the exporters and the broker side, we have to work together. We will provide whatever the assistance that you require to uplift the Sri Lankan industry. So we were addressing some concerns of the Tea Factory Owners Association on the other day. Since we came to power in 2019, we didn't give factory license. We didn't open new factories apart from 2 factories in the country. That was also after much representation and lobbying by the representatives of those areas. And so we have carried out very clear mechanism in relation to adulteration. We didn't pardon anyone who deteriorated the quality, who adulterated Ceylon tea during last 3 years. And we took all the necessary steps to ensure that they don't resort to that sort of mechanism to undermine the Ceylon tea name in the world market. So let us work together. We will ensure that we will act fairly to all the stakeholders in the country. Let me reassure again, the ministry and all the other organizations under its umbrella will provide nothing but the best for you to do your business well and to retain and improve the Ceylon tea name worldwide. So thank you very much and have a pleasant evening.